Every spring feels like the earth taking a deep breath. The air softens, the birds begin to sing again, and in every garden something stirs beneath the soil. For months the world was quiet, but the roots never stopped listening. Some plants, the perennials, remember this rhythm better than we do. They rest in silence during the cold, gather strength in darkness, and then rise again when the light returns. They ask for little, but they give endlessly: color, scent, shade, food, comfort. In this video, we'll walk through 10 of the most loyal perennials, plants that return year after year, turning a simple garden into a story of renewal. If you love slow gardening, gentle mornings, and the peace of watching things grow, subscribe to Gentle Green Life for more moments like this. Let's begin our walk. Lavender is the scent of sunlight itself. Its silvery leaves shimmer in the wind, and its purple blossoms sway gently, attracting bees and butterflies from far away. It's both hardy and healing, a plant that brings beauty to dry, forgotten soil. Once its roots settle, lavender will live for many years. It thrives in poor soil, in full sun, with only light trimming after each bloom. If you cut the flowers when they first open, the plant often rewards you with a second wave later in the summer. Gardeners have grown lavender for centuries, not just for its color, but for its calm. In the Middle Ages, it scented linen and kept away insects. Later, it filled sachets and soaps. Even today, a bundle of dried lavender on the nightstand can soften the air of an entire room. Watch closely as the bees work between the blossoms. They move slowly, peacefully, the same way we should move through our gardens. If you already grow lavender, share in the comments how long yours has survived. Many plants live more than 15 years. And if you don't yet, plant one this season. It asks for almost nothing, yet it gives something back every day: scent, color, serenity. Coneflower is a sun lover with strength in its roots. Where summers are hot and rain is scarce, it still stands tall. Pink, orange, sometimes white petals radiating around a copper center that stays firm long after the petals fade. Echinacea doesn't just survive, it thrives in neglect. Give it light, space, and a bit of patience, and it will return stronger each year. Even in winter, its dried seed heads remain, feeding birds and scattering seeds for spring. There's a quiet generosity to this plant. What it gives to pollinators, it also gives to us. For centuries, coneflower roots were brewed as herbal medicine to strengthen the body through the cold season. Its name has become almost a synonym for natural healing. In the garden, it represents endurance. It doesn't demand water or fertilizer, just sunlight and freedom. Let the seed heads stay after flowering. Next spring, you'll find new shoots, a soft reminder that life continues without our interference. If you love the idea of a garden that supports wildlife, this is your flower. Coneflower welcomes bees, butterflies, and birds, and in return, the garden feels alive. Subscribe for more ideas on plants that bring both life and calm into your backyard. Walk deeper into the shade, and you'll find the Hosta. In quiet corners where other plants struggle, Hostas spread like living sculptures, broad leaves unfolding each spring like green fans. They don't need strong sunlight. In fact, too much can burn their edges. What they love is stillness, filtered light, moist soil, cool air. Once planted, they're content to stay for decades, growing fuller and more graceful each year. By midsummer, tall stems rise above the foliage, carrying delicate lavender blossoms that sway just high enough for bees to find. The scent is subtle, the effect serene. Hostas are patient teachers. They remind us that not all beauty needs to be loud or brief. Sometimes it's the quiet, steady things that last the longest. If your garden has a shaded space that feels empty, hostas will fill it. And when rain falls on their leaves, the sound alone can calm a restless mind. Tell us in the comments what you grow in your shaded corners. Perhaps we'll feature it in a future video. Few flowers carry the same sense of optimism as the daylily. Each bloom lasts for just one day. It opens with the morning light and fades with the dusk. And yet, each plant carries dozens of buds, so the display goes on for weeks. Daylilies love the sun and tolerate almost anything else: poor soil, missed waterings, even city air. Once established, they return faithfully every summer, spreading a little further each year. Their roots form strong clumps that can be divided every few years, creating new life from what already thrives. A single planting can become a border, a bed, a legacy. In many old gardens, you'll find daylilies blooming where no one tends them anymore, proof of their endurance. They ask for almost nothing but light, and they give colors so bright it feels like gratitude. There's something philosophical about them. Even if a single day is all you have, you can still make it beautiful. If that idea speaks to you, consider subscribing for more stories like this, small lessons from the garden that reach beyond it. Chives are the first to rise and the last to fade. Before frost is gone, their green shoots push through, slender and determined. They smell faintly of onions, but softer, fresher, like the start of spring itself. They're perfect for both small spaces and generous gardens. In a pot, they stay neat and fragrant. In open soil, they multiply easily, returning each year with thicker clumps. By late spring, round purple flowers crown the stems, attracting bees and clouds. Those blossoms are edible too, mild, floral, and a little sweet. Scatter them on a salad or omelet, and you taste both garden and season. Chives love sunlight and good drainage, but they forgive almost anything. Cut them low, and they grow back. Forget them for a week, and they'll wait. They teach self-reliance, how to thrive quietly without needing much. And like many perennials, they improve the soil around them, sharing nutrients rather than hoarding them. If you've ever grown a plant that felt like an old friend, reliable, forgiving, always there, you already understand chives. Let us know in the comments what your old friend plant is. And remember to subscribe for more calm gardening inspiration and practical wisdom every week. When summer reaches its fullest light, the black-eyed Susan rises to meet it. Tall golden petals frame a dark center, like the sun surrounding its own shadow. It blooms when many other flowers begin to tire, filling the garden with warmth, confidence, and color. Plant them once and they will come back every year, often multiplying until you have a field of yellow faces turning toward the afternoon sun. They are strong plants, drought-tolerant, unbothered by poor soil, and loyal even through harsh winters. In late autumn, when the petals fall, the seed heads remain, feeding small birds through the cold. There is something joyful about how easy they are. They seem to say, do not overthink it, just grow. If your garden ever feels quiet, plant a patch of black-eyed Susans. They will lift the mood of the whole space. Leave a comment below if you already grow them. We love hearing how far these golden blooms have spread. And if this moment of warmth feels good, subscribe to Gentle Green Life for more calm, seasonal stories like this. Peonies are the old souls of the garden. They take years to settle, but once they do, they return faithfully for decades. In early spring, red shoots push through the soil, standing firm against the last frost. By late May, those shoots transform into strong stems bearing heavy buds that swell with promise. When a peony finally opens, it's pure poetry, layers upon layers of silk-soft petals, so full they sometimes bow to their own weight. The fragrance lingers, sweet and nostalgic, the kind of scent that reminds you of another time. Peonies ask for sunlight, rich soil, and patience. They dislike being moved. Once planted, they want to stay home. In many gardens, a single peony bush has outlived the person who planted it. It's a flower that measures time differently, not in seasons, but in generations. If you've ever inherited a plant from a parent or grandparent, you know that feeling, that quiet connection through soil and memory. Tell us in the comments if a plant in your garden has a story. We read every message, and your memories often inspire our next videos. Peonies remind us that patience isn't waiting, it's tending something with faith that it will return. Now bend down closer to the ground. Between the stones, beneath the shrubs, you'll find thyme spreading like a living carpet. This small herb doesn't ask for attention. It thrives in sunlight and poor soil, its tiny leaves staying evergreen through most winters. Walk past and the air fills with fragrance, warm, earthy, and comforting. Thyme teaches the art of subtlety. It doesn't bloom to be seen. It exists to be felt. Each step across it releases scent, a reminder that even the smallest things can bring peace. Gardeners often plant it near paths or benches where they can brush against it without thinking. It's drought-tolerant, long-lived, and beautiful even when neglected. Beyond its aroma, thyme holds quiet strength. It has natural antibacterial oils and has been used for centuries in cooking and medicine. It's the kind of plant that never boasts, yet makes every space it touches better. If you've ever admired a garden that simply felt good without knowing why, thyme was probably there. Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about herbs that nurture both garden and gardener. Most people think of geraniums as annuals, colorful pots that die back when frost arrives. But the hardy perennial geranium is different. It sleeps through the cold and wakes each spring ready to spill soft color across borders and paths. Its flowers are gentle, pinks, purples, and blues that last for months. Cut it back after its first bloom and it will rest briefly, then flower again. Hardy geraniums prefer good soil and light shade, but they adapt almost anywhere. They fill gaps, keep weeds away, and tie a garden together with quiet grace. There's a grounded humility to them. They don't demand admiration, but every garden feels emptier without them. If your beds look bare between shrubs, try planting a few hardy geraniums. You'll be surprised how much color and calm they bring. And if you already grow them, share in the comments which variety you love most. Roseanne, Johnson's Blue, or maybe a wild one that just appeared on its own. Gardens, after all, are full of gentle surprises. Our last stop takes us to the edible perennials, plants that feed us year after year and prove that patience can be delicious. Rhubarb is the first to wake in spring. Its thick red stalks push through cold soil, unfurling wide green leaves long before most plants stir. It's bold, reliable, and almost impossible to kill. Once mature, a single crown can produce for over a decade. The taste, bright, unmistakable, brings life to early season pies and jams. Give it sun, compost, and space to breathe, and it will reward you every spring without fail. Then comes asparagus. Slower, quieter, but no less remarkable. The first few years are all patience. The plant spends them building strength beneath the surface. And then, suddenly, one April morning, the spears appear. Tender, green, perfect. After that, they return each year, a dependable ritual of renewal. Once an asparagus bed is established, it can feed a family for 20 years or more. These plants teach us to think in decades, not days. They remind us that gardening isn't just about results. It's about rhythm, trust, and the pleasure of waiting. If you grow edible perennials, let us know in the comments what your favorites are. And if you're new to them, try planting just one this season and experience the joy of harvesting something you planted long ago. As we finish our walk, take one last look at the garden. It's quiet now, but beneath the surface, 1,000 small promises are waiting to return. Perennial plants are not just convenient, they are lessons in trust. They teach us that the world renews itself if we give it time and gentle care. Every spring, they rise again without fanfare, and every autumn, they fade with dignity. They ask for so little, yet they remind us of everything that matters: patience, rhythm, and gratitude. If this slow journey through the garden brought you peace, subscribe to Gentle Green Life for more calm, reflective videos about nature and aging gracefully with it. And tell us in the comments which of these perennials you'd love to see growing outside your window next year. Every gardener's story is unique, but we all share the same soil, the same hope, and the same quiet joy of seeing something return. Until next time, take care of your garden, and let your garden take care of you.